Hello and welcome. I hope y'all are doing well today. All right, so we've made it Tuesday. We're gonna play some Fallout 4. Yesterday we played Oblivion. So if you missed it, make sure you check it out on Twitch for a limited time, and then it's permanently over on YouTube under the playlist Oblivion. All right, and today is Fallout Day, and there's also a playlist over on YouTube for whenever the videos here on Twitch expire, because they're not permanent like they are over on YouTube. So you can check out those videos as well. If you're behind, it's a good way to catch up, find out what exactly is going on. Basically, we just took out bandits at Raiders. What game am I playing? Raiders at Corvega for 10 Pines Bluff. And then we did the quest for the Quantum Stag. And so the Quantum Stag should be hanging around that area. I mean, that's kind of where he's from anyway, so I figured we'd just leave him there. And so at least 10 Pines Bluff has an animal friend. I don't know, maybe at some point we'll also give them a dog. There's plenty of dogs to go around. We have dog meat, of course, is over at Sanctuary. We're going to pick up another one here today. It's over by the cemetery, not too far from 10 Pines Bluff. And then there's some other ones that are scattered throughout the map that we'll run into eventually. I'm thinking we're going to send that dog to either be the Sanctuary, or we will. One of the other things we got to do is clear a spot for new settlement at the drive-in. So we might send them to the drive-in. That way they have a dog. Try to get it to where many settlements can have a dog, right? So that's kind of what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on clearing out the drive-in and doing some settlement building. We're going to find the one dog, and then we'll kind of go from there. Probably going to need to pick up crafting materials so that we can build certain things. So we might do some scavenging as well. After a period of time, stuff does respawn in places you've been. So we'll probably go back to some of those locations and pick up some more materials. So that's the game plan. Make sure you stop on by tomorrow as well. We are playing Chained Echoes. It is a retro style RPG, turn-based. It's relatively new. It's not actually retro as far as when it came out, but gameplay style is retro. It's pixel art kind of style of animation. Story seems really good so far. Been having fun playing that as well. And then Thursday, of course, Retro Thursday, we're playing some more Final Fantasy IX. So if you're a Final Fantasy fan, make sure you stop on by on Thursday. All right. Let's play some Fallout. Turn on the sound. All right. So once again, if there's any audio, video issues, please let me know. I can't always hear or see what you do. And my audio is kind of different than, or at least the volume is kind of different than yours. I find myself occasionally turning my volume up and down, like some of the songs that were playing in the beginning, the intro, I've turned it down, and then the game I've turned up. Then some other games I've turned that down, and I try to keep as much balanced on the audio mixer on OBS as I can. And it's kind of funny how things are. So I have a light right over here. I'm sure you noticed the light on the screen, but I have a thing on it so that it's supposed to be blue. You can't really tell very well that it's blue on the camera. I can look at it and it looks like a light blue, but on me, I can't really see much of a blue. It looks like a normal light to me. Maybe it would look better if it was, at night and a little bit darker. I do have the window curtain closed, and it is one of those blackout curtains, so it should be blocking most of the light, but you know, you got light coming in the sides. Um, and it might just be the way the light is. Nothing's perfect, right? Now, I had another lamp in here on another stream, and I had a regular light bulb in it, and it was a blue light bulb, and it made things a lot more bluer than what this thing is. This is one of those, the streaming light, LED rectangle kind of light. And then it came with different colored plastic things to change the color. But blue is not all that wonderful as far as making the behind me look blue. So I don't know. We'll play around. Maybe we'll have to use something else, get another lamp or something, and put the blue light bulb back in it. All right. So here we are. We are playing Fallout with no mods, just a few Creation Club items that I had purchased a while back. Okay, put it over here on items. Probably going to be switching back and forth. Let's see. So that's our sidearm there. Our sniper rifle. Has a long scope on it though. And then this is my assault rifle, basically. If you have watched me before, you have probably heard me complain about the different scopes in Fallout, where it doesn't really make all that much sense to have anything but a short scope, because most of the stuff's not going to render in anyways. For the most part, you're not going to see it unless it's already loaded in, which we kind of played around with over in Lexington. I had the scope showing and it was all blurry, but once I got closer to it and it loaded in, then even if I backed up some, you could still see it. It had to basically load out, or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. So this is Sanctuary, our main base of operations, I guess you could say, at the moment. We have 5 people here, so that's the 5 people that you saved in Concord. Our food's at 9, water's 13. We're slowly working on power. That's basically for our water purifier there. And then defense, we got some turrets up and some guard posts or whatever. We have 11 beds set up here so far. Now, obviously, we also have some foundations where we can build some buildings, in which we probably will here later on. I apologize for the occasional lags that you're going to get. This is remote play with my PlayStation 5 downstairs. So, whereas my computer has a wired connection, my PlayStation only has a Wi-Fi connection. Plus, my kids are also watching TV and whatnot, so we might occasionally have some lag, some pixelations and blurs. I apologize. I would play Fallout 4, my PC version, but it is heavily modded and usually does not get along with OBS. It usually ends up crashing. So I decided to try to do a no mod playthrough with the PlayStation 5, because well, the mods aren't really all that great for the PlayStation, because Sony being a butt. Whereas there's a lot nicer mods for. And maybe at some point I will try again with the modded PC version. But I don't have a lot of hope for it because of experience with crashing and whatnot. My computer is now considered an antique. I think it's GTX 1060 or something like that. There's a lot of games I can't even play anymore. So I've been getting them on the PlayStation 5. Oblivion won't work. The remaster won't work on my PC, so I had to put it on the PlayStation. New World is barely working. There's a lot of lagging and whatnot in certain places. I'm kind of curious on how well it runs on my PlayStation 5. I haven't tried it yet. there is like a demo or a trial that you can do. I might do that to see how well it works, because I do enjoy playing New World as well. Not bad for an Amazon game. I think there's some conveniences they could add to it to make it a little bit better. You know, if you're somebody freshly starting the game, one challenge you might have is the story wants you to do a dungeon. And because everybody else has already done the dungeon, it might take you a while to find somebody to do the dungeon with, which can be annoying. Now, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, which is also an MMO, they figured a way around that. They have it to where you can basically have NPCs in your party, and they'll act as, you know, party members, and so you can kind of solo it in a sense, other than you got the computer backing you up. Which I think is an awesome way to do that, because you might be new and most people might be past that area, or maybe you just don't want to play with other people and you would prefer playing, you know, with a AI, whatever your preference. All right, so it's a rainy day in Fallout. It was kind of funny. I think we quit playing Oblivion and it was raining. quit playing Oblivion, raining. Next day, Fallout, raining. Okay, so let's just kind of do a run around in the settlement here. There's a lot of work we can do. We just got basically whatever furniture was available. Not sure why I didn't move that, but okay. Put that there for the moment. Using mostly the furniture that was already in the house. There's still some things we haven't unlocked yet. I think you unlock certain settlement building stuff as you find magazines. I think particularly it's called Picket Fence, I think. Unfortunately, because we're not using mods, there's certain things that for some reason the normal or original game can't do, like scrap this board. It's just kind of permanently there. I can't scrap any of the trash on the floor. I can't scrap any of this trash on the floor. And so you kind of have to have your bed on a bunch of trash. Wish they would have fixed that problem so that you don't need mods to clean up your settlement. You know, whatever they're doing with Fallout 5, if it's a settlement building thing too, hopefully they will fix that, in my opinion, because you see them hammering nails and stuff on the walls all the time. Of course, you don't really see them doing anything other than just swinging a hammer. Why can't they sweep the floor? Why can't they actually fix the buildings? You know, why is it kind of That would be a nice improvement for future Fallout games. I know if you download, Sim Settlements, you can have your people build the town. Of course, my experience is kind of ugly. It's not it's not the way I would set it up. That's for sure. But why can't they clean the trash up off the floor? You know, you would think that they would sweep and clean the floor up. Maybe not necessarily replace the floor, because that would be more work. But it shouldn't be that much work to sweep all this debris and whatnot, and like either use it as material or put it in trash somewhere or something. Put it somewhere. You know? And they shouldn't need me to do it. You know, like this place that has holes in the walls. It would be awesome if your settlers would fix them. You know, maybe based off of the materials that you have in your workbench. You know, the junk that you store in your workbench, they can repair the walls. Or maybe, you know, even like Sim Settlements, they give you a little bit of control. You can tell people what to do. You know, maybe do something like that as well. Because realistically, even in an apocalyptic world like this, if you want to survive, you're going to do certain things to make sure of that. Okay? And having holes in your walls is not a really good idea for several reasons. One, the weather. Okay, obviously you got holes in the walls, holes in the roof. It's gonna rain, and your house is gonna get flooded. You're gonna get wet, mold, mildew, blah blah blah, and cold. In the winter, it's gonna be very cold. Not only that, but hi, it sucks as far as defense goes. You don't want to have a bunch of holes in your house. It's one thing you have windows. I could shoot somebody in the bed, right? They could board up the windows. Obviously glass would break if you shot it. I'm seeing some bugging where you turn the camera at a certain angle, there's a hole in the wall. But yeah, it would be interesting to see some improvements. I think it's a good part of the game. It just needs some improving. All right, so we got 2 turrets there. I usually like to make this a little police department, where the Minutemen can have their little base or whatever run out of. Got some extra stools there. Multiple bedrooms. Another improvement that I think probably would be good, I was thinking about, you can do it with mods, is having children in the game. I know Nordhagen Beach, they have a kid. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can actually recruit children in your settlements. If you put the beacon up, it's just adults, male and female, that comes. So unless the child was already there, there's no way to have children in your settlement. So you have a settlement full of adults. And, technically speaking, over time, adults are going to die, and then there won't be anybody left. All right, so that's going to be our hospital clinic. Of course, this is, what's his name's house? Sturge's house right here. We did put some new stuff down a little bit. Try to make it look a little different. And I made this Sturgis's house.
I need to be alone right now.
Okay. Because of all the crafting stuff here. Got weapons and armor and stuff in there for them. Aid. Then take the tons of junk and mods. Oh, let's see here. Oh, I usually like to make June a doctor. Which, at the moment he's helping guard because I don't have anybody else at the moment. We can give him a Vault Tech coat. I still have the eyeglasses, or did I put that in my... No eyeglasses.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Where's my ammo? That's it, I did. Give him some ammo here. Not exactly sure how much goes in the magazine. We're just gonna give him 20.
Yeah?
See if we can find him some eyeglasses. Didn't take the eyeglasses? Maybe I dropped them off somewhere else. Oh well. I'm sure we'll find some eyeglasses sooner or later. Oh, that's our house, by the way.
What's
You know
up?
it's raining, right? Not exactly under the umbrella. But I'm pretty sure it would leak anyways. Give me just a second.
My old man taught me that duct tape could fix anything. I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
Well, it depends on what the holes are in. Now seeing how I laid out the houses here. Eventually, we're gonna make improvements.
Codsworth.
Sir? Sir? Welcome back, sir. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
You could say that. I made a few new friends.
Can't have enough of those these days.
Nope.
I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
No, not now.
All right, then.
I make you guard the settlement and guard.
Put it within the realm of possibility.
Yes. Okay, so he can help guard. Now, if my memory's correct, the mods on the PC, I had certain items I could build kids. There's an NPC section. I don't think I have that on. I think Creation Club gives you that. No. All right. Can we build the recruitment tower? Because we might want to go ahead and start bringing people in. There we are. Yes, we can build a recruitment beacon. Let's see. We could piggyback, I think, off of this generator here. This takes 1. This takes 2. This makes 3, so boom. Alright, so now we can bring in new recruits and fill up the town. We can have at least 11 so far, because it's got to have a bed for everybody. So we can have 11 people in here total so far. We built some new buildings, and we could potentially have more than that. And then, of course, we need to equip everyone as well. Alright. So, quick save. Left power armor over here. That's where the dog is, and then this is where the drive-through is. We're gonna head to the drive-through. It's not too far from where the dog is. Maybe we'll collect some loot along the way. We need to raise our endurance. Goodness. At some point, we need to bring people over here, too. No, while I'm here, we're going to scrap the vehicles. Even though they would make great cover, they blow up like a nuclear bomb. You can find something that's already blown up. That's great. Haven't really done much here at all. Gonna just clean up just a little bit here. Keep that. We're gonna get rid of this dome. Get rid of the other dome too. Get rid of the other. Just got your phones that you can't do nothing with. You know, it's amazing. They let you scrap those, but they don't let you scrap some of the other junk. Let's get rid of these tires. Leave those tires there. We can scrap the campfire. But then there's really no fire there to begin with. We can put a fire down though, can't we? For decoration. We can. So we can scrap that even though you're going to lose the bricks or whatever. Where would we want to move the camp cooking fire thing to? This is where most of our level ground is. So it's like you either want to build a farm over here or try to build houses or something. Because at the moment, this is the only room that there is. You could potentially put bunk beds in here and at least have 2 beds. But you usually want to have at least 4 people. 2 for farming and 2 for guarding. You can grow some things up here. Or maybe even put homes up here too. Put it on stilts. And then you can put the garden over here where it's flatter. And we can either leave the cook fire here or move it up front. They usually have this idea of like trying to set up a trading post right here. Right outside of Sanctuary, a small trading post. A lot of scrapping we can do here. Get rid of this whole thing. I can find the scissors here. Hey, there's a camera. I don't think I noticed that. Shame I can't tap into it with my other cameras. Fire in the wall. That noise, like the lights? That's what it sounds like. Huh. Let's see. Furniture, furniture, furniture. Beds. Alright, so put a bed in here. We wanted to do bunk beds. Sort of like that. Now, you wouldn't bang your head on the ceiling. Man, that's annoying. I don't remember that noise before. I mean, it doesn't even look like there's light bulbs in this one that's making noises. Are y'all hearing that noise too? It's annoying! I think it stopped. And it's back. I'd play music, but it'd be copyrighted, so can't do that. Alright, so we have a bed here. Got a bad storm. That down a little bit. Do I have any magazines to put in there? That one. 2 episodes of that. Alright. Although you can't really see them. They turned it around. There you go. Can't get rid of the bush. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. Well, why you're wanting to go under the ground? Not letting me put it right there. It wants to go underground instead. That's another issue with this game. Like certain places you can't put things. We'll put it there for the moment. I don't think I'm going to keep it there. Um, I think that's all we're gonna do for now. Okay, where are we gonna put this chair? Really, you need stools for these tables. And if you're wanting to sit down here, you probably need a stool for here too. Put it there for the moment. We can put up 2 turrets if we use this one. One right here. Alright, we have a little bit of defenses. How many people we got at Sanctuary now? 6. Got 1 extra person. I don't want to target my own. Alright, let's see if there's anything we can scavenge in Concord. Material.
That's it.
Oh, some bullets, gun. Okay. Well, the safe respawned. Light pistol. Now, if you have the patience, you can jump here, jump over there, and then go up on the roof. I don't think anything's respawned in here. he has troubles walking in a straight line. Try it again, shall we? Nope. Don't have much awning in here. That rolling thunder. I like the way it sounds. It's kind of neat. Sometimes the raiders come back too. Take some coffee mugs. We take a fan. Back here. Bradway. Some caps. That ceramic and steel. Anybody ever been able to get up here? They don't really let you pass that right there. Never really had a jetpack. You can get jetpack on your power armor to try to fly up there and see what's up there. Probably nothing. But it would be a good vantage point with a sniper rifle because nobody else can get up there. You know, I could sit here with a sniper rifle, but then they can come up and get me. I would have to set some landmines to defend myself or whatever. But yeah.
Sweet.
What was that water sound? We can collect bottles, it'll give us glass. I say there's really nothing. Oh, we changed the color of our flashlight. Right now we got it being white. That would be a yellow color. Now it's a little bit more of a yellow light. When downfall is so is your It just shutting by itself. That ain't creepy at all. We can actually... No, it's kind of interesting. You can open shutters inside, but normally the shutters are outside, not inside. Lowski. Nuclear protection on a budget. Stuff hasn't come back yet. Wood and some rubber here. Not gonna go up because I'm sure there's nothing there. Let's see if there's anybody hiding over here in the corner. Nope, nothing there. I do like the sound of the rain hitting the roof. That's a nice immersion there.
Nice.
Carla.
Yes?
Excuse me.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
Let's see what you've got.
I have a little bit of everything.
Oh, but do you have anything that I want? Not up here. I guess I could buy some junk from them. Bullets. Quite expensive. think I got them. All three. And that's how you do that. Surprise! Kelly. Kelly. Talk to Kelly. Helena Brahmin, is that what she's doing?
Hold up a minute. I've got a really top-tier piece of cow flesh for sale, if you know what I mean.
Sure, I'll take her.
Oh, great, great. Just tell me where you want me to send her, and she's all yours.
Oh, you can go to Sanctuary. How about that?
Good doing business with you, man. I'm sure I'll see you around. I can
Hey,
rest
Trudy.
easy knowing that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you. Do you need anything?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
All salvage, but nothing's junk.
See what she had. That would be nice. And I ain't spend 2,000. Not that I have it anyways. Laser pistol. Wear a hood when it rains. What do you think? Not that expensive. Alright, so it's raining. Instead of having a hat, we could wear a hood. Offers damage resistance, whereas the hat just gives me some character. Hey, it makes him look bald. Isn't that crazy? Guess they didn't think about that, did they, when they made the hoods? That's crazy. Now he's got hair. Wow. Once again, they did a better job with Skyrim than they did with Fallout. Oh, there they are. The flies are on them. All right, let's see here. Get the landmines equipped. One right there. At the door. One right there at the bottom. Go up. Right here. Alright, let's see here. We have 3 grenades. We have 1 Molotov. Well, we might have to let VATS do it. What do you... Gotta get my AP back up. There we go. Boom. Sometimes it makes them come up out of the ground. Sometimes not. There he is. Got him in the butt. Oh. One of my landmines. Got one. One in the ground under there. Trucks are tough. Trucks are tough. We're gonna blow up. It acted like there wasn't a hole there. Isn't that kind of silly? That must have been it. Eat. Bottle cap. Alright, first things first, we're gonna go over here to the shed. Alright. Get rid of that, get rid of that. This. Damn, I can't get rid of the skeleton. I can get rid of trees, but I can't get rid of the skeleton. Come back to that. I need to put a mask on. I'll put up new tables so we can go ahead and get rid of that. Butcher Pete. Oh, we need to turn off that music. Oh. There's a bomb in there though. Oh, we gotta shut off that radio. Taken. Is there also a bottle cap mine? Right there. Alright. All right, got the beacon. People will start coming along here. Can't pick up the skeleton. I can kick it around, but that's crazy. Got a trophy. Fixer-upper. Put our mask on. That should help a little bit. Now, if we go over here and we scrap these barrels, eventually we won't have to worry about the radiation. Get out there's water here. Hey, we got 2 people here already. Alright, so we've cleaned out our water supply here. Now we can put in a enough for 1. Now they got some water. Alright, we're gonna plant some gourds. Melons. And some mut fruits. Razor grain. Let's put that right here. Got some potatoes. We'll put there. Alright, so we got a little bit of food. Just gotta have one of them be the farmer.
Sure.
We need to build a guard post. That works out kind of cool. Oh Lord, we're already fighting. I hate those darn things.
Made it.
Oh,
This time.
I found a job for you. Speaking of which. You are now a guard. I shoot. Let's. Running out of wood. Do not think I can make. I think I'm out of oil, so I can't make the fire. Yep. Never mind, I can. Look at that. Alright. Oh, we got some fire cooking. Need to find some wood. I'm not going to grab the bench to keep the bench. We're going to move the bench. We're going to move it like right here so that it's not necessarily sitting in the rain. Some wood. Alright. So I kind of like to have guard posts in at least like the four corners kind of thing. I usually put turrets up like that too, depending on the settlement. Ooh. Back it up. All right. We're gonna keep the footlocker and that table. Set up a chair. Folding chair here. Now, unfortunately, without mods, we don't have a guard post panel. You can get a rug or an invisible panel that you could put here so that he can stand guard up here. You're kind of stuck with the big bulky things. So what we could do there, potentially, if you're wanting to have lookout up here, this here. And I usually like to have a lookout up here, but another place I usually like to have one, not gonna be able to put there, there's not enough room. It's up there where the projector goes. I like to have somebody sitting there as well. So this is the smallest thing we can get here. We can put it up here. They can stand up here like this. Look over that way. That's the best I can do there. I guess I could have put it over here too, but that's in the middle, so. F-hat. The light's making noises again. Damn, I can't take the boards off the window. Let's see. Let's see. We are going to I can find it. That's pre-war. Um, although it does look kind of pre-war. I don't have enough wood for a wooden shelf. Do a steel shelf. There. Wood. Lots of wood. Save it. Never know when something's going to go wrong.
Got it.
.308 round. Wow. How long will it take for us to get the roach out of here? Nobody wants to sleep with a roach. Whatever.
Yes.
Alright, now we're going to try to scrap it all. Wow, it's not going to let me scrap the safe. Usually it does. Oh, we have another bug. And you can scrap these two as well. But I can't scrap all this junk here or the safe. So we'll just put a bed on top of it. Now you can't really see it, can you? The other issue is because of this pile of junk, it's going to be hard to put another bed lifted up in the air. I guess I could put one over here. Gonna need more wood, so we'll start with that. Should be able to do sleeping bag, right? There's things. Who wants to sleep in the rain, right? You gotta have a roof over you. Be different if you had a tent. Don't believe we can do that yet. We can put a sleeping bag up there where the projector is, but I can't put a guard post there, so it's kind of like, I really want to do that. I got some room to put stuff in here. I just got to decide what I want to do. Could potentially make it like armory. Maybe I could put some display boards up on the walls. Yeah, I could do that. I could put some weapons and stuff, and this could be like our armory where we store our weapons. All right. So food's good so far. Water's good. Fences okay. Make any more turrets? I think I need more oil. Oh, I can do some of these. Where should I? Kind of like to put them off the ground so they can't be reached, especially by like ghouls and whatnot. Brad Roach, I guess. All rat. Oh, get rid of that, I believe. Guess we don't really need our radiation mask anymore, do we? I think it's thundering here. Oh boy. Gonna leave them some drinks and food here. Give them a little bit of water. Do have a purifier there. Here's some tarberry. I'll be able to plant that in the water. Let's see. No, I don't have the option to do that. Gonna have a Brahmin thing here. Where should we get the Brahmin? Eventually, we'd put a fence in place for Brahmin, but starters, we'll put them right. I bell to summon everybody together. We'll work on the sirens later. Scavenging. There. Put water. Go. We're going to worry about traps right now. Can't do stores or crafting yet. Could do some lights. Lights right there, so we'll need lights there. Maybe right here so you can see what you're cooking. Got a light there. That right. I think I need oil for the lantern, but not. Got one. Guess I need to better job at leaving doors open. Alright, so there's a light in here, so necessarily need a light. There's lights in here. We don't really need lights in here either. Out of gears. So let's have a look at our workshops here. We got 7 people now in Sanctuary Hills. We got 2 here in the drive-in. We have the 4 in Hines. It's up in. Ooh, loud thunder. I want to go ahead and try to outfit these. Give her the dress. Have any guard clothing? Take 2 pistols. Let's take a machete, shotgun. Go from there. Where is she?
Let's trade some things.
Sure thing.
All right. So for weapons, we're gonna give you a pistol and guess we'll just give you the pistol for now. I'll bring you back some more stuff later. Or your other outfit here, and you can keep your other gun. Bullets. I do believe the 10mm is stronger. It's 18 over 13, but you do have a backup weapon. All right, now the guard.
Just looking to trade a little.
Okay.
That. 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 Shotgun shells and eventually we're gonna give him like a rifle. We could actually give him that leather chest vest thing. Put that on the road leathers. There, that looks much better. I usually put the formal hat on there, but I don't have one.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Oh, there's some mongrels over there. Raise his defense a little. Why is he ready to trance or pounce on something? Just 3? Dog has some bottle caps. But he's shooting in ramen. Raiders. It's for the backup. Like he was shooting at something. Unless he was trying to shoot the Brahmin, but the Brahmin was over there. Yeah, there's 3 things of Brahmin over here. Well, while we're over here, does anything respawn? That's what I'm talking about. Things haven't loaded in on the screen yet. That's why you have barrels that are floating in the air. So having a long scope doesn't really make much of a deal until things have loaded in. Now it's loaded in. You find out the barrels are actually inside the train car. Nothing's respawned yet. Boy, I'm getting some network issues here. Alright, shall we go get the dog? Alright, we gotta go east. This is actually at the junkyard. Area's further up. Can't see where they are. A lot of mole rats. Goodness gracious. Lots of meat and teeth. Meat and teeth.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Yes?